Welcome, it's Brendel, and today we're going to be doing a April reset, and so we are going to close out March, start April, and that'll be for our budget. It will be for my books, shows, everything that's going on in my life so far. So I'm going to open up, I have the laptop right below you, like I normally do, but I don't think I ever tell you that, but I think you might have noticed. So let's get this started. Okay, so we are starting off with our March budget and gonna do a recap. So on the screen here, we will see our actual income. We ended up bringing in $8,949. So a few thousand over, which is nice. It allows us to hit some of the goals we want while still having fun. So for our fixed expenses, all of them were the same except for our phone bill. It went up. We had a promotional credit that needed to be resubmitted, and so I did that, and so it should drop it down next month. There might be some fluctuation there as they do their weird credits and such. So, and then next for variable, we did add an extra $775 than we originally planned to our sinking fund, so we'll kind of go over that. Groceries, we did go over this month, so some months are under, some months are over. This one was over. That makes sense. We had a couple months previously that we were under. Restaurant budget, this is only for Matt and I, so if I go out with friends, that comes out of our entertainment sinking funds and is separate. So this is just Matt and I going out together. And then next, this is where a big chunk of our extra income was able to go to our investing accounts for our Roth IRAs. We just split it down the middle. So he got half and I got half for that. And then lastly, in this extra category, we did decide to get Amazon Prime. That was a decision that wasn't easy to make. We've been without it for a while. Normally I would put it in a sinking fund, but I didn't have one for that. That was kind of a decision we made during the month of March we wanted to do. So next we will dive into our sinking funds and kind of go over that $3,190 that we added and also kind of go over what we spent out of the categories too. So to start off, we have March here, and we'll just kind of go through them. We have auto insurance. We didn't spend anything. We didn't add to it either. So that remaining amounts will be used for later in the year. Auto maintenance, we did spend 100 and we did spend 95.37, which, let's take a look. Oh, it was for, that's not all of it. There we go. So we bought 2 trickle chargers, one for each of us, and then we did buy a mat for the bed of Matt's pickup truck. And then beauty, we spent 117 razors. I had my eyebrow appointment. I did get some more face wash, mascara, lotion. So sometimes, as you can see, lotion and caramels. If it's a small amount of something extra, I'll just throw it in with whatever the main category is. And then I bought a hairbrush that has little bows on it, so that was cute. Next, we have card tabs. So that has $20 that we put in there. The Ninja motorcycle will be due here in May. For clothes, Matt and I put 100 in each. We got a few different things. For dogs, we did increase this quite a bit. Originally it was 200, so we added an extra $33. Betty had a vet appointment. We also got him groomed. Actually, no. The grooming was in April. It just happened. So that was for just his appointment. We had 2 lumps checked on his chest. We also bought a dog food bowl that has like the puzzle in it for him to kind of slow down a little bit, dog food treats, and then we're making a cushioned area for him in the truck, and so we bought some stuff from Joann's for that. Next we have electric. We average 150, so it came out to 127.77. Next for entertainment, I went out to breakfast and dinner with friends and siblings. I had some reimbursements from my sister for Crime Junkie ticket we went to. That happened in April, but she paid me back in March. Coffee, Red Bulls, driving range, just a bunch of things. We did an escape room here also. A few different things that don't have another category or were tied to an event with friends. For example, we have bullets on there, but that was because he was going out to a shooting range with people from work. It was a work thing. Next, for fitness, I did switch to Macro Factor, which is the $71.99. I got some fiber care from Costco to increase my fiber. We bought some clear protein, and then we did buy tickets for the both of us to do a Muddy Dash run in July, so that's exciting. Let's see, next we added 100 for furniture. We're thinking of getting a outside patio set so that we can kind of have a table and chairs out there, since we don't have much space in our house to do that. We don't have like a good dining room area. We have a little cute, quaint place. Next we have gas. So this is gas for our vehicles. We added 200, spent $224.34. Gifts for December, we added 100, we're up to 23. We'll probably stop around 2,500 or so. That's about what we spent last year, and we'll reevaluate it then. Gifts in general, we added 250. We ended up spending just shy of 200. Home extras, we added a little extra. We originally had 100, so now we have 167. And let's see what we bought. Oh, I did buy actually this little Scentsy warmer here, and then there was another one that is a like bathroom little wall plug one, and then some different Scentsy bars as well. And then home improvement, we didn't buy anything. We're just kind of adding to it. We are going to be painting this spring, so that'll probably happen in the next few weekends, which is exciting. Next we have hunting. We added a bit extra in here. Matt did buy a red dot sight, and then he was thinking of signing up for a shooting range, but he's kind of been going back and forth. So we'll see how that goes in April, but we have the money in there already. So I think he might move it because he was thinking of doing something with golfing instead, kind of spread out his hobbies. Next we have medical. We added 50 to there. We had quite a few appointments come up throughout the month. So just like co-pays and everything that was on that, and some medications to kind of figure out what's going on with our bodies. Office supplies and books, I added 100 and spent $96.17. Let's take a peek. So Matt bought a book, and then we have my HP Instant Ink. I bought a sticker book. We bought some just tape for the house, and then some more stickers for my budget calendar. If you've no, you haven't seen it yet. I bought from a different place, so it'll be shown in May, and then June, July, August, about 4 months right off the bat. Next we have outdoors, which normally was putting in 50. Matt took out $63, so we took that 50 and moved it along with an extra $13 from in there, and actually moved it up to hunting to pay for that red dot sight, and then still have that 300 left over. It's kind of how that played out. Next was technology. We added a little extra. We have quite a bit in here, but my Adobe subscription is going to come out next month. And then I also wanted to buy portable external monitors for my laptop so that I can go sit out in the backyard in the sun and enjoy the weather while still working on the computer when needed. Next we have vacation, which we added 100, spent a little bit. Take a look. I don't remember what was spent. Oh, these are part of my table mate gifts for Go Wild, which is next month. And so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put into the little pouch. I actually haven't got the pouch yet, but I got the thing. So now I need a pouch that's big enough for the thing. So we'll see that coming in April here soon. And then next is the water bill for $25, which does a quarterly bill for us. So that is what we have for our March budget. Nice, clean, simple. So now we are going to jump into our April budget, which is a clean slate. Usually I have this already filled in, but I decided we can go through it together. I did put the income in already. I normally just do $5,600. It is our lowest. It makes us budget what we need to budget. And then as we get more money from each of our paychecks, that's a little extra. It just gives us a little wiggle room where it's like, hey, you know, this week I was really thinking I wanted X, but I didn't think I wanted it when we talked about our budget a month ago or whatever. So it just gives us a little wiggle room. If it's a big item, then we kind of talk about it a little bit more. To start off, we have mortgage, which is $1,196. Our Tacoma is a minimum of $590. Next we have phone, which I did as $150 based on March's. It's a little less than that, but by $1. I'm pretty certain it's going to be under that, but I just wanted to be careful and put it at $150. I probably could have moved it to variable, but normally it's a pretty even fixed expense, so I'm leaving it in there for me, even though at this point it is kind of variable. That's a personal choice. Next we have garbage, which is $85. Our internet is $75. And then life insurance is $38. And these actually need to be switched around. Usually I put them in descending order, and Spotify used to be cheaper than Netflix, but Netflix went up to $18 and Spotify is still $17. So that is what our fixed expenses will be. And then for groceries, we usually stick with the $800, and restaurant we're doing $75, nothing crazy. I'm skipping sinking funds for a second. So for investing, we're going to do $436, which will leave $2,120, which we will put over here. And then that will clear up the remaining budget amount. And so we won't have anything left for that. Now we are going to pop over to the sinking funds and go over the April one. So we were going to want it to equal that $2,120 when we're finished. I will say we're going to go over this together, but Matt and I did already talk about this together. I think finances as a married couple are important to be on the same page, and so we talk about it every month and go over it. So for auto insurance, we are not adding to it. We still have that $1,400, which is good for the rest of the year. Auto maintenance, we are adding $200. You can see it already has a negative in there. That is the RAV4 remote connect that I've already scheduled as it comes out every April, and so it'll show up on my spreadsheet here. The other things are, we are pretty sure we're gonna need a motorcycle battery. I think in the last video I mentioned we were good because we went and got it tested and recharged and it was working fine, but we had it off for 3 or 4 days and then it won't start again, and so I think it's just time for a new battery just to be safe and so we're not stranded somewhere. Granted, we have roadside assistance. I just don't want to rely on that all the time. Next we have beauty. We're gonna add $225. Matt wants to get a new head shaver and I need to get some eyebrow pencils, and I might get a few of them to kind of stock up. And then I get my eyebrows done every 3 weeks. And so in April, it actually lines up twice. So I just got them done April 2nd. And then I'll be getting them done again on April 23rd. This is just how it lines up. And then next we have card tabs. We're adding 20 again, just to kind of increase that so we can get those tabs. For clothes, we'll each get 100. Costco doesn't need anything. dogs, for Buddy, we're adding 100. He already had his vet appointment. We did do his grooming this month. And then he already just got food last month, so he should be set. Next we have electric, which we'll do 150. Because that's just kind of the average for us. And I know it's going to be increasing, so we want to be prepared for that. Now we have entertainment, which is 200. We're going to add in there. Fitness and health, we're going to add 50. Furniture, we're going to add 100. Again, we're wanting to get potentially a patio set. And we still have the dresser we want to get from IKEA. That's on our to-do. Gas is 200. We do that. It's a good average for us. For gifts in December, we're doing 100. Gifts in general, we're doing 150. We have 2 birthdays. My mom's birthday and then what I call one of my nieces. It's my best friend's daughter. So it's her oldest. So that's exciting. Next we have home extras, which will be 100, along with home improvement is 100. We do have the sprinkler backflow that's coming out in April, or is usually done in April. Next is hunting, and we're not adding anything into it because we added that 300 already. That might change as we go through the month, but I think that's kind of how it will sit. The only thing is I think we might take it out so that he could use it towards golf, and so we'll move it to outdoors / entertainment. Outdoors is if he's buying golf clubs, and then entertainment is if he's going to a golf range, driving range, or anything, or golf course or driving range, I should say. Next we have medical. We are adding 50. Office supplies and books, we're just adding 50. We got a good chunk in there. Outdoors, we're not adding anything in right now. We do have the invasive species stickers that are coming out, but they're like $7 a piece, and we need 3 of them because we have 2 kayaks, and then I just got a paddleboard for Christmas. So if we want to take somebody out with us, then we will have it ready. Next is technology. We're not adding anything extra because we already funded it. We are good there. Vacation, we're adding 100. We're kind of building that up. I do have the Go Wild trip in May, which will be a big chunk. I think there's still about $1,800 that'll be spent between the hotel and potential food. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll probably do a recap of the budget. I did a estimate for my budget already. That was probably a couple months by now, maybe January. So if you want to take a look on what I expected to spend, and then at the end of it, once it's done, so probably at the end of end of May, I will do a recap to kind of show this is what I estimated, this is what I spent, and just kind of be transparent about that. Next we have water bill, which we estimate at $25 a month. The May bill is usually, or not May, the April bill is usually around $54.60. The bills in the summer months are the highest, and that's why we build up that little buffer there. And so then if we add all this up, we add up all of these and we look down here, we have $2,120, which is what we had on our May summer, or sorry, why do I keep saying May? April. May is my birthday month, so I must be just super excited for that. Since we put it in there, it automatically transfers to actual, and then as we adjust it, it will automatically update there for us. And then once I put in the income, that'll kind of help that remaining balance not be negative. We have received income so far, but that is where we are sitting for April and what it will look like. So make sure to follow along and check back for the next reset to see how this plays out and how close we are to knowing what we're going to spend. So now it's just me. Okay, we are going to look at books, which is my favorite. So on here, we're going to show you what it looks like. and then we'll kind of talk about it. In the upper left-hand corner, we have the TBR. This is going to be what I am getting ready to read, or might be still in the middle, and I still put it on my to be read because I still need to read it and finish it. But I have Slightly Delayed and Somewhat Haphazard. It is a book I won a paperback copy, signed copy from the author, which is kind of cool. It's a romantic comedy style. I will say it's a little slow right now. I'm about halfway through, so hopefully here we pick up soon. The next book I'm going to read is the Let Them Theory, and I've been debating on whether I'm going to read it or if I'm going to download an audiobook for it. So we'll kind of see. I currently have the ebook off of Libby for it. Our new releases for April are Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. That is definitely a book I'm going to want to read. I'm very excited. She is one of my favorite authors. Next we have Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. She is also one of my beloved authors. So that one, both of those I have on my Libby waitlist ready once they are released. Next, we're gonna take a peek at the watch list. We have Apple Cider Vinegar on my list, which released in February from Netflix. I've started it, but I haven't finished it, and it's definitely a different style than I thought. I thought it was more of a documentary, and this is kind of a documentary, but less of like the interview style. And we have in April the release of You Season 5, which they did say is the final one. And I think if I get a chance, I might try to rewatch them, but I'm not sure if I'll have a chance, honestly. Next in April, we have Bad Influence, which is a kid influence documentary that I thought would be interesting. The Hating Game, which is a movie that's coming out in April. We also have The $1 Million Secret that came out on March 26th. And then not until May, so next month, we have The Four Seasons, which is a movie that's on Netflix. So my list right now only has Netflix on it. I don't have anything necessarily on Amazon Prime that I want to watch or know that's out there to watch. So if there's anything on Amazon Prime that you'd like to recommend so I can add to my watch list. And just like that, that is our April monthly reset. I'm just kind of going over our budget, our reading, our watching, and everything. So thank you so much for watching, hanging out, following along. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe for our next one, and I will see you next time. Bye!